tonight I got a video. It's been all over Facebook. People been talking about it. Actually, one of my team members at work gave me the plug in on what was going on. So I started looking at stuff, right? So this is about a 2-year-old was unalived, right? And then the way it happened was so crazy, and it was sad, very sad. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. We just gonna get right into it.
Tracker alert: an Indianapolis mother is now charged with murder and child neglect after the death of her 2-year-old little girl, who was found in just horrible conditions.
Fox 59's Jesse Wells has reaction to the charges, and we do want to warn you the pictures and details of this story are very disturbing.
According to court records, the victim's mother admitted she knew she was neglecting her young kids by letting them live alone. And in filth for days on end inside this apartment building behind me. While the suspect did her best to hide that neglect, she insisted she did not physically harm her kids on purpose. This disgusting bedroom with the feces-covered crib and mattress is where a
Come on, man. Man, this is what this... Man, oh my God. Man, this right here, it kind of it's messed up because it's a 2-year-old, right? And then I was hearing that it's more the story where she had siblings in the house. And once again, we're gonna get more into it. We're gonna get a little deeper into it because it's a lot to cover. And this might be a 2-part series. You know what I mean? This is gonna be the first part of introducing what's going on. We'll have another part of it, but yeah, like this is sad. This is right. This hit home because I got kids, and my kids are not with me all the time. And I'm not saying that I'm not insinuating anything about my situation, but I'm just saying just the mindset of thinking that things can be a whole different way if you don't know. You gotta be in tune with what's going on. But let's get back into the video. This is crazy. This house is crazy, man. Wow.
Old girl died over the weekend. Police claim the entire apartment where the little girl and her young sibling lived was littered in feces, urine, garbage, and rotten food. Preliminarily, doctors believe Skylar Gardner died from hypothermia, but her body was also covered in bruises and bite marks, with a puncture wound on her neck and frostbite on her feet and...
Just out of respect of the family, I'm not gonna show her face. I'm not gonna show her face. If y'all want to do any more research about the situation, y'all go y'all do your own research. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like that's right. It's sad though. Like even when the first time I heard about it, it sounded like this. It sounded crazy. It sounded real crazy, And then now I'm seeing it and seeing the little girl face and knowing that I'm finna have a baby, and it's kind of sad. It's sad. It's messed up. And the parents, the parents. Where was the father? Where he was at? But once again, once we dig deep into the story, you'll see where he was at. I know that's the question that I asked when I first seen it, because they pretty much put everything on the mother, right? But it's a lot going on in this, like they say, it's a lot. It's the stand, how long they was there by themselves, Did anybody go check? Did the neighbors smell anything like out the norm? Did anything look out the norm? Got the hiccups, but let's keep going. Let's keep watching the video.
It's so sad on so many levels. Attorney John Tompkins isn't connected to the case, but says the victim's mother, Chantell Gardner, was charged with murder and neglect, not because she intended to hurt her child, but because prosecutors believe she knowingly placed her daughter in a deadly situation, leaving one question for a jury.
She knew it was bad. Did she know that someone would die?
According to this affidavit, Gardner told police she left her young children home alone for several hours every day and night while she stayed at her boyfriend's house. That boyfriend,
No, I'm gonna see what they say about the boyfriend. Hold up.
Thomas, is also charged with 2 counts of assisting a criminal. Over time, conditions inside the apartment got...
So you telling me you leave your kids home in that state of in that state of the house to go lay up with another man? It sounds like he don't even accept your kids. So why would you go lay with him? This is what I'm talking about. This is why. Alright, forget it. I'm gonna keep it real. This is the main reason why certain people I don't deal with. I can't. If you don't take care of your kids, if I'm around you and certain things ain't in place how it's supposed to be, because I know how I care about my kids and how I love my kids, it would never happen. And I'm gonna look at you crazy and I'm gonna say something too. Ain't no way in the world you laying up under me and you got kids at home, or you even have kids, and where are they? And they saying y'all been doing this for hours and days. Y'all been doing this where y'all leaving them at home by themselves. So who's feeding them? Who's watching them? A 2-year-old by herself. The mental state of that little baby when she's at home, you know, by herself. She yearning for mom, and mom ain't even thinking about it. Ain't even there. And she just all of a sudden just pop up in the house, and the house looking like that. What about food? Bathing them. And you know when it comes to a nasty house, she got rodents. She got all this stuff. Rodents was eating on her. So you telling me that rodents was mice and other things was eating on her? And then like she ain't even passed away from that. She passed away from hypothermia. Meaning she, oh my God, damn. Pretty much, I don't want to say it, but she pretty much had to suffer. She ain't even get to live her life for real. Like, didn't even start it. And because the parents didn't make the right decisions when they was younger, they decide to try to relive their young life as if they ain't got responsibilities or they ain't got kids to take care of. And even that dude, like for real, even him, like, yeah, him too. Charged for sure. He need that because you supposed to be the man. You supposed to be the anchor. I believe in every situation, a man, once you learn and understand how things go, which every man do, it just a lot of men avoid the responsibility of it. You should have the respect for humanity as a father, as a man, as a son, as a nephew, to speak up for on every situation that you're in when it comes to dealing with a woman and their kids. If a woman ain't dealing with her kids and she got kids, that should be a question. And if not, you know what I mean? Like, that's something wrong with that. You need to throw the book at both of them. Throw the book at both of them. Like, we ain't even through the video, but there's so much going on. But throw the book at both of them.
And Gardner feared the neglect would be discovered. The affidavit claims Gardner said she tried cleaning the walls and maintaining things, but it became too overwhelming.
You ain't
She
cleaning up
eventually
nothing.
strayed away
How that
from
house
home
look?
altogether due to the smell inside the house.
None of that's a defense, but it's certainly worth noting that the systems that are in place to prevent this on a humanitarian level in our city failed.
Handling things on your own when they get to be out of control and unsafe is not the best idea. So we want to normalize this idea that asking for support is a responsible and good thing to do.
That too. Asking for support, right? Check this out. I know people right now. I've heard of situations where people will put themselves in positions to be done that way, to be done as if they done like they being done wrong, or they don't need nobody because they want to feel like they got something to prove. But at the same time, you ain't got nothing to prove, to be honest with you, because especially if it's kids, what you got to prove to a child when they doing bad, when they stressed and struggling? That don't make you look good at all. And I feel like this: if you got help in any kind of way, use it use it. Whether it's financially, whether it's time, whether it's whatever. Like make sure these kids get extra with what they need, because when they get out here in this world, it's a cold world, and there's gonna be a lot of lonely days, and they gonna wish you would have gave them days to them. They gonna want to wish they had those days when they was younger, more days where they had more people around and more people pouring into them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of us are out here having these kids and just want to have a child and ain't really taking care of these kids, and that bothers me. And just looking at hindsight, how things are out, how the situations I've been in, and once again I've heard, like, sometimes people be naive, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. They be naive when women don't like taking care of their kids, or, you know what I mean, things like that. And then there's some women who you know what I mean, who have, you know what I mean, things wasn't where they was or where they at now, and like they, let's say, they miss, you know, they miss out on time because of life. And life be life in a lot of people, like life us in a different way, you know. And some kids will never have that opportunity to really be there with that parent, and really the parent really in bond and jail with them. Like, even with my kids, you know, I really wish that I could spend 24/7 with them. That's the honest truth. When I'm not around my kids, I feel like half of me is empty. Like, I'm missing half of me every day I'm not around them. Even when they are not thinking about it, I think about them every single day. Them and God is the most people I think about every single day since I've been on this earth. And hearing this, it's like, and then being a proud father, it's like, it's messed up. That's messed up. Let's keep getting into it, because we gotta this gonna be some cut right here for sure.
For their part, child neglect awareness advocates urge all parents to call the state's hotline and ask for help.
It's not about tearing families apart. It's about getting them the help and support they need before the really formal.
Man, that house looks crazy, man.
Finally, the suspect made her initial court hearing today. She's now being held without bond pending trial. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Jesse, thank you.
Alright, so that's the video. Now I got some, like I said, I've been doing my research and digging and whatever. So I found the article. That I want y'all to check out, you know what I mean? And it's right here about the little girl. And like I said, rest in peace, little mama. Rest in peace, little mama, for real. That's messed up, man. She didn't deserve that. None of it. Beautiful little girl. Alright, so once again, here we go. Like I said, I got some research on it or whatever. It says she was left inside of a cold, dirty apartment with no access, no food or water. Like that, as a 2-year-old, them are necessities that they have to have those. And you out here laying up with a man. Man, come on, man. But let's keep reading though. Her mother wasn't there to tuck her in at night or change her diapers when it was soiled. Her mother wasn't there at all for hours, sometimes days. Please.
Baltimore.
Alright, let's see what else, y'all. Alright, so it was the little lady. She was found unalive underneath a fallen lightweight dresser. with her body already going to rigor mortis by the time the woman was supposed to take care of her found body. I'm reading because like this, I'm kind of messed. I'm visualizing as I'm reading it, so I'm kind of like taken back by this. I can read for sure. This is crazy. How long was that woman gone before she found her child like that? And where we at is it's been very, very cold the past few weeks. It's been very cold. I'm talking about very pipe freezing cold. The time when she needed her mother for sure, and the father. But let's keep reading. While the toddler lived in the filth and squatter among species and mound of trash with a 3-year-old brother, and she got a little brother, 3 years old. Her mother, Chantell Gardner, was off with her boyfriend. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department detective alleged in a probable cause affidavit for her arrest. Wow. This home was biohazard, police wrote. Biohazard. So you telling me what, two babies, a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, it was biohazard. It was that filthy in there. And these kids was inhaling that, living in it. Their daily lives. Do you know how cold it was in that house? Because when nobody in there really like adjusting the temperature to the house and stuff like that, she never went to go check on them. Like she treated them worse than pets. Worse than pets. If you think about it. Alright, let's get to the boyfriend. Boyfriend will also charge. Children's father speak to detective. Now this is why I want to hear the father. I want to hear what he got to say. The one who had her. Because I thought, it couldn't be the father because I said the boyfriend. But the boy, she got a whole dude, a dude she was messing with, laying her with. But it seemed like he probably wasn't none either. For real. Ain't no man gonna live with a woman like that and got kids and you ain't. And then unless you lying to him and telling him like, daddy got him like that. Because us daddies, we love to get our kids at any time, any moment. You know what I mean? You call us, we coming. Just like, for instance, tonight, at the time it was 7 o'clock. My son said, I want to come over to ask mama. I'm coming. Whether it's an hour and a half, I was going over there to go pick him up. Because every moment a child acts and yearns for you, it matters. It's going to impact their lives when they're older. I feel like it triggers something in the child's mind when they can call on a person they always there for them. And not only that, it builds loyalty and trust and building them to be dependable when they are older because somebody did it for them. So that's why I do so much for my kids now. Because when they get older, I want my kids to have the same characteristics that I showed them and I gave them. So they become better and stronger than who I am and what I've done and the impact that I've impacted on their lives. So when they have kids, Lord forbid my daughter have kids, Lord. But when they have kids, they can be more powerful to their kids and they just keep growing and keep building. And then it started from me, the first generation. So, and then it'll prevent a lot of things from happening because guess what? My daddy didn't do it. My mama didn't do it. So you ain't gonna do it. And then they ain't gonna do it because they didn't do it. And it's just passing on down, man. So today I was at work and this guy said, passing down tribal information, and it stuck with me. Just like raising a child. I pass down so much tribal information to my child, both of my kids, it doesn't make no sense. The conversations me and my kids have when they get in the car. I'm gonna start recording these videos and I'm gonna start posting them every single time we have these deep conversations about life. And I know sometimes they probably even understand what I'm talking about, but I say the stuff, you know what I mean? I give it to them because at the end of the day, they're gonna respect it and it's gonna always come back when they get older. Watch what I tell you. But let's get back to it, y'all. And I realized, but this is kind of messed up. You know, I want to give this is a reaction video, so this is what we're doing. This is my point of view of what I'm seeing and what I'm reading. All right. I want to say her name. You know, rest in peace, little mama. 2-year-old unalive Indianapolis mother was arrested for neglect. According to the court records, little mama multiple injuries included bruising over most of her body, bite marks on her back, on and arm, frost bites on her hand, feet, and a puncture wound near her neck, possibly caused by a rodent after her death. So after being unalive. So meaning she passed away a horrible way. And then the rodents came and started eating off of her. This cannot be real. This cannot be real. For a man, my bad, a boy. Come on. Alright. It doesn't say, I'm looking for that part where they're talking about the father. Here we go. Alright, so we're gonna go here. Alright, Lil Mama was found unalive on a dresser in the 600 block of Newberry Road. That's what you already know what that at, you know what I mean? Well, it's a tough area for sure. It's a tough area. Timber Point Apartments, where the mother stopped by to feed the children. Stopped by to feed. What you mean stop by? These are babies. Like they, once again, treating like they pets. No remorse, no nothing, just kept on doing. Didn't not one time clean up, didn't do nothing. Just like that. Even when I'm out the house, I'm on the phone with my kids. I could be in my car. I could be in the garage. I could be anywhere. I'm going to stay in contact with my kids if I'm not around them. Because you just, at any moment, you just never know. Kids are going to be kids. They get curious sometimes. Things happen. All types of stuff. Hell, my kids, they get into it. They be fighting like old people sometimes. You know what I mean? We did it when we was young. And you just never know. You know what I mean? You got to be that mediator. You know what I mean? Sit down somewhere. You feel me? But just being there. Being that presence, that person they always can, they seeing, they looking at, you know what I mean, they absorbing from, like that's a lot, you know what I mean. So being there, being the present, even when you just sitting around, it means something. You're teaching them, you're learning. Oh man, Gardner's boyfriend Brian Thomas has also been indicted for 2 counts of assisting a criminal, which is, yes, accusing of lying to hinder a case. Oh my God! So this man gonna read this again. He's accused of lying to hinder the case against Gardner, the mother. This man went and get some kids for the mother. May God be with you, boy. May God be with you. May God be with you. Thomas told the police he hadn't been to Chantell Gardner's house in months. He said Gardner would sleep at his apartment sometimes 5 days a week and rarely brought the kids. He told detectives he thought the kids were staying with the Gardner's family when she was at his residence. See, that's why I was saying she probably lying to him or whatever. But I'm trying to see how he got in trouble. Let's keep going, y'all. The last time he saw the children, he told the police he was at his home on his birthday in December 2024, which is a month ago and some change. That's wow. I ain't seen your kids in a month and we messing around. Yeah, a lot of questions. If I don't bag out before then, that would be my point of view if I was in that situation. The children's father lived in Ohio, my hometown, but arrived at Gardner apartment the day Skylar was. Oh my God! So I mean, I guess he popped up on it, and coincidentally popped up and found her. The same time she was there, the same day she. He told the detective the last time he saw little mama and her brother was around Thanksgiving. He tried to speak with the children via phone and video chat, but Gardner was unresponsive to his request because she bitter. let me tell you something about a bitter woman here. A bitter woman walk around with a smile on her face and cause so much hell and chaos in a man's life to where they start losing hell. They get stressed out. They want to drop out. They want to drop out, leave the kids alone, all type of stuff because they bitter. And they don't care who they damage or who they hurt because they hurt. And that's the honest truth. And it's sad. The kids got to go through that and got to be damaged and got to be deprived of the time they can have with their father or their mother because of the other parent being mad in their feelings. That's crazy to me. Cause once you once a child before. So you tell me you never sat down and thought about how you wish you would have had your dad in your life, how you wish you would have had your mother in your life. That's why people go through so much hell in their life. Let me tell you something. When you know something wrong, you keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it, especially with kids. Them his angels. You playing with them. Guess what's gonna happen? Hell on your life. You'll never get it right. I promise you. You'll never get it right. My outlook on raising kids or co-parenting, if I'm not whooping my kid, if I'm not beating my kids, if I'm not even whooping them, if I take care of them, if I'm concerned about them, meaning trying to be active in schools, after schools, activities, like really trying to put in time with them and inserting yourself and you really trying to be there, what's the issue? What's the issue? You not letting that man, you know what I mean, take care of them kids, or that woman take care of them kids because you hurt because y'all ain't together. So you think that's gonna help y'all get back together because you doing that? No. You just hurting the kids, and then when the kids get older, guess what they gonna say? Mom, I remember when you did that. Dad, I remember when you did that. I don't mess with you. And that's gonna hurt when you hear that because guess what? You hurt them kids when they was younger, and they didn't want to tell you because they were scared. Because they didn't want to say them to hurt you because they know how they didn't want to see you hurt. So they hold the things in. They hold the things in now. So now they're learning how to just bottle things and hide things now. And when they get older, guess what they're gonna be doing? When things really hurt them, they're gonna bottle. They're gonna hide it, and then that's when they're gonna snap. Because they never had the time to be open and honest in how they felt. In my car, it's honest and open. Radio off, we talking. Let's be honest. We listen and we don't judge. It's a new thing we got in the car. Every day we pick them up. We listen and we don't judge. And we giving honest opinions. And it doesn't matter. We got to start a foundation like that. Got to be some kind of structure in your life. Got to be some kind of structure with them kids. Stop being so bitter out there. It don't look good on you. Alright. He last saw Lil Mama via video chat 2 or 3 weeks ago while chatting with Skylar. He said she was lying on Gardner's chest before falling asleep. And that's what I'm saying. Even with the FaceTime thing, like sometimes women, man, I'm telling you, man, hey, they won't let you talk to your kids when you try to text and call. You ask them all type of stuff, and the kids won't even know nothing about it. That's why I thank God for phones, track record, files. Telling you. What police said that Chantell Gardner told them about Skylar death just before 6:30 p.m. January 25th. Chantell Gardner told police she called for her young children to eat dinner. Her son came, but her daughter didn't. In that nasty house, I bet. Surprised he stop. Why would you do that? As if it's just normal. Then when she went looking around the apartment and found Lil Mama's body underneath the dresser with the canvas drawer, the girl was cold to the touch. The dresser, which was said to falling on the child, did not appear heavy enough to cause her death. Investigator says when an officer entered the home, there was an overwhelming stench of feces and urine. The floors was covered with feces, overturned furniture, household items, and other debris. Feces were also in the walls and the furniture, on the walls and furniture, meaning the kids are playing with it. Meaning, you telling me that the furniture, who flipped the furniture over? The 2-year-old, who doing all that? Who's in the house with these kids? What's going on with these kids? The neighbors, y'all didn't smell that stench. Y'all didn't notice nothing. Y'all didn't hear the kids in there crying all day. Did anybody go check on that? Come on, man. Sometimes, once again, that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Prime example. I know that day and age, it's kind of weird to look over people's kids and watch over the house and stuff like that. But if you hear something crazy or something don't sound right, at least go knock on that door and go check on it and see what's going on. If it doesn't sound right, just to make sure that, hey, I did my part and I can sleep good at night knowing that I heard it or I seen something and I said something about it. Alright, so Chantell Gardner, 3-year-old son, had overt sight of neglect and food disparity. When taken to Raleigh Children's Health to be examined, doctors told the police boy overall condition was life-threatening. Oh my God. And then look at this room. Look at this room. What? Man, look at this room, man. This is crazy. Oh man, mold, everything. Gardner told the detective in October of 2024 she was beginning leaving the children unattended. That's so crazy. Started that, man. She had said they begun only leaving them when she went outside to her car to meet up with Thomas in the parking lot. Probably on some online date and stuff. Trying to be grown and can't even be grown. You need to take your stuff together before you start talking about dealing with a man or a woman. For real. She started leaving the home, leaving them alone for the other errands, like to pick up chicken wings for the dinner, or sometimes go to the grocery store. She said the children didn't always behave and could be challenging, so leaving them home was easier. Police wrote in court documents. So check this out. Nobody never told her about having kids was a stress. Sometimes having kids can be overwhelming. Sometimes, and then just knowing that child is like a cell phone now. Everywhere you go, that cell phone. Everywhere you go, that child go. Like they didn't tell you that. You went past, and then not only that, when you had two kids, you start dealing with another dude, and left them two alone to go back with him. So you think you don't think you were possibly could have another child again. And he didn't want to come in there and come to your spot. That's why he stayed outside. That's why he never wondered why you never invite me in. You know what I mean? Like nothing. Nah. It's crazy, man. Alright. Eventually the mother strayed away from the home altogether due to the smell inside, just leaving the kids in there. Like, that's crazy. She stopped showering at the residence because the smell before showering would cling to her immediately after shower. That's nasty. That's your kids in there. She said she wiped her son down at most once a week and would shower her once weekly. Oh my God, to get the feces and build up off her hair. So man, you got these kids in this stuff living like this, man. What is you talking about, man? That's so crazy. This is so crazy. This is so freaking crazy. She told the detective that even when she would stay away from home, she could bring the children cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, chips, and soft drinks. There ain't nothing healthy about none of that stuff. In my house, oh yeah, my kids gonna drink water. We ain't drinking all that soda. We ain't doing that. Yeah, they know. Go crack your bottle of water. Get your little juice. Straight up, we ain't playing them type of games. And you gonna eat these greens. If you don't, you gonna try them. And if you don't, you ain't get nothing else. You gonna eat what we cooking. If we can accommodate, we'll try to, but then we ain't bending it too much. Structure. But it starts with the parent. Not the child, the parent. Can't blame the child for something that they don't know. The parent. When people look at my kids, they're looking at me and their mama. That's it. I be damned if I let anybody play with mines like that or play with me like that, like I don't stand for mines. The little things I take care of. The little things, the small things like cologne. You gotta make sure you have it everywhere you go. My son, when he get the house, I ain't even gotta ask. He putting that on. He in the mirror checking himself out. Sometimes I have to get on him because, you know what I mean, he's still a child, you know. But at the same time, my son know, my daughter know what it is with daddy, because I don't stand that way. I don't put up with that. You gonna pull your pants up, even though he don't sag, which is good. A lot of things I'm not gonna have to do with my son because he already pretty much getting it. So he's not that type of child, so good. But it starts with the parent. The source is the parent. This is crazy. The only thing you done was bring cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, chips, and soft drinks. No water, no nothing. Just, once again, how was she raised? During the police investigation, the temperature of each room inside the apartment was recorded to be 46 to 51 degrees. Let me tell you, that's cold. My friends went out in my home a couple of weeks ago, and when I tell you it was cold in here, it was cold. Cold. During the autopsy, the pathologist noticed external injuries of what appeared to be multiple bite marks of little mama. Frostbites on her feet, hands, and round pattern bruises. Wow. Further testing is being done to determine if some of the girl injuries happened post. Oh Lord. Skylar was dehydrated and had hair and possibly feces in her stomach. So this little girl was eating it now. Now she's eating it. Pretty much eating it to stay alive, what it sound like. Going into survival mode at 2 years old and 4 years old. Her brother and her sister going into survival mode by eating feces now. Being forced to eat feces. Not only come out of them and they play with it, they eating it now. It's making them sick. They gotta stand the taste, smell of that stuff and force taste. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Possibly paint chips. Oh wow. Possibly paint chips, hair, and foreign body were found in her. What is the foreign bodies? Were found in her intestines. Foreign bodies. So I'm about to look it up. What is a? Hey Siri. What is a foreign bodies? An object originated outside of the body in an organism. A foreign body is an object or originated outside the body of an organism. In the machinery, it can be meaning unwanted, intruded object. That's crazy. So like, she said pretty much eating paint chips and stuff like that, man. Wow. The coroner noted in the report of the detective, as of now, it believed that Skylar died of hypothermia. So right now, this was going on with this story right now with little mama, man. All right, we're gonna keep getting updates on this tragedy right here, because it's sad that people out here still living like they little kids when they grown. You're grown, and it sound like she was working. Don't sound like I don't remember reading anything about her working or anything like that. So, you know, sad, man, sad. And there's more going to come out on this, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm gonna keep watching, stay in tune with it. But I thank y'all once again for watching this video. It's gonna be part 2 to this for sure. It's sad. Once again, like I always tell everybody when I'm on my lives and on my videos, love your kids, love yourself, because that's the most important. That's how things gonna work. Love your kids, love yourself, and love the things around you, and respect it, and just know things gonna get better. Once again, my prime example, ain't nobody coming to save you but yourself. Sometimes that's how it is. Some kids are born into a world like this, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's sad that they gotta live like that. And not only that, it's kids these days right now are still in this world living like that. She's not the only one. Her brother wasn't the only one that, you know, is living in this. People, little kids they're still living like that. They just haven't been caught yet. Haven't made the news. Let's do better, y'all. Let's do better. We gotta do better. See something, say something about situations with stuff like this. Because you just never know who you saving. But it's the end of this video. Y'all take care. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. This is another reaction video. Peace.